for the purpose of replicating the BIObecs or to having enough information about the project, we've created a dedicated section in our website. So we can find it in the main menu, of course, in the e-learning material sections. And there we can find many different materials that can be used for any person or group that is interested on both replicating a BIObec or understanding better the project. So the first point is the auto test that Rafa was explaining just a minute ago. And it is a good starting point for anyone who is interested on replicating the BIObec experience. So if we go to the auto test, it is a simple type form, a form where some questions are asked in regarding the maturity stage of a project or of a group of people who want to establish a BIObec. So once we answer some of the questions, it is divided on the different stages that Rafa explained before. So it will let the people know in which stage they are. So if we answer some questions, for example, if we say that we are not having something ready, it addresses us to both the deliverable and the story map that I will show you after. So once we answer some of the questions, we can get some feedback, and it says to us in which stage we are. So in this case, I answered no for a question. So it says that I'm in a preparatory stage, so it will be my starting point. The auto test is easy to access, and well, it is it goes step by step, so anyone can analyze in which state they are. Apart from this, once we've taken the auto test, we can go below in the website, and we have 4 dedicated sections. The first of them is a story map created with Genially, which basically summarizes all the BIObecs and says main characteristics of them. So if we go to one of them, we will see that we have the main characteristics of this specific BIObec, and then we can access as well a video that can be found also in another part of the website. The most important part of this e-learning suite, I think it is this section, which is the story maps, which has 4 different story maps where anyone can understand a little bit more the project. So the first one is an introduction. It is created with GIS story maps. This is a basic introduction about the BIObec experience or the BIObec project. And it gives some of the main assets of the project in an interactive presentation. It is a summary for anyone who wants to approach the project, but it doesn't have too much information. If we go to the second one, it is for me it is the main tool from this e-learning suite, sorry, and it is the roadmap that Rafa explained before, but in an interactive way. So if we visit this story map, we can see that all the stages are explained in an interactive way. So if we've taken the auto test before, or if we want to get to know any of those stages or a specific part of the roadmap, we can visit here. So if we go, for example, for stage 2, we see the different options that we have, and then everything is explained here. Everything is created to be interactive and to be summarized. So we go to the information that we need, and we don't go to all the information. Of course, the main source of information is the deliverable for the roadmap, but this is useful to anyone who wants to understand a small part of the project, or who wants to navigate the project in an interactive way. Then we have the third story map, which is a story map about the funding and financing opportunities. So anyone who wants to start a BIObec can understand a little bit better which options for funding are available. It is divided on public and private funding, and we do have many different opportunities for anyone, basically. Again, this is an interactive map as the previous one. And then we have the fourth one, which is best practices document. Here we've summarized the best practices outlined by our BIObec leaders. So we can see again the same map as in the first map that I showed. And if we go to any of the BIObecs, we will see the good practices, the risks, and the lesson learned that the BIObec leader of that specific center outlined. This is useful for anyone who wants to create something similar in the same regional area, or who wants to understand better the regional needs of a specific place. And then we can move to the third section on the website, which are some of our BIObec, not some, all of the BIObec leaders answered some questions about 6 specific topics, and we summarize them in short videos, not more than 5 minutes, 4 minutes. So every BIObec leader was answering a question about the project, and showing the outcomes, and answering, of course, through the knowledge. The 6 videos are based on different topics. So the first one is about the most favorable conditions for starting a BIObec. The second one is about the most challenging aspects that they consider were key for their projects. The third one is based on the stakeholders, and is about which activities the stakeholders like most, or which, basically. The fourth one is the preferences of the students. So they outlined the impressions about how the students liked some of the activities, which activities were more interesting for them. The fifth is they give some clues or some keys to encourage the creation of a BIObec. They all of them are encourage the creation, of course, and they give the reason behind the opinion to replicate such a project. And then we have the sixth one, which is about the positive outcomes that were not expected and were showed up in the project, basically. Apart from these, we have the fourth section in the website, sorry, which is you can find here all the project workshops. We will also upload the Rafa speech and the Selenia speech later on, today's speeches. And here we can find some of the recordings of some of our workshops. So we have the roadmap outlined here. Then we have the experiences of every BIObec explained by the BIObec leader. And well, this is mostly all from the e-learning materials. So we try to make them interactive and to be clear, but of course any feedback from anyone is accepted, and we can improve them. the good point is that we have the auto test, and then we can navigate the materials from a starting point. So I think this is very useful for anyone visiting the project website or approaching the project for the first time or after, well, with no that much knowledge about the bioeconomy or the project itself.